Subaru isn't known for taking big styling risks with its products, so when the automaker took the wraps off the 2019 Subaru Forester at the New York Auto Show, we weren't surprised that the crossover looked very similar to the outgoing one, just a little disappointed. But that doesn't mean the new model isn't an attractive car. We take a closer look at the 2019 Forester's design changes. Is it an improvement over the previous generation? At first glance, it's difficult to tell what's different about the 2019 Forester's front end. But look closer and you'll notice a few styling cues that separate it from the vehicle it replaces. The new headlights are similar in shape to the old model's lamps, continuing to be swept back across the fenders. However, the C-shaped LED accents within the housings are slightly different, with the light piping now running all the way across the top and extending beyond the innermost edge of the lamp. The inverted trapezoid grille is now larger with revised slats and an updated chrome horizontal bar. There's a new sport trim for 2019 that gets a unique grille with a gloss black frame and dark finished slats and crossbar. The whole front end is slightly more upright, coming to less of a point when viewed from the side. From that vantage point, a few more differences stand out. The beltline kicks up at a sharper angle aft of the C-pillar, giving the Forester a tapered, more interesting greenhouse shape. This is accentuated by a character line just below the beltline, which travels across the doors and rises sharply to join the bottom edge of the window frame. In addition to the revised body lines, you'll get orange accents on the rocker panels if you choose the sport trim. The rear of the Forester is where the most obvious exterior changes take place. The 2019 model receives C-shaped taillights very loosely inspired by the units on the 2016 Subaru BIZI V7 concept. The rear lamps are also more horizontally oriented than before, spreading across the liftgate to give it a totally different look. Sport models get a black trim piece that fills the space below the rear glass and the notches in the taillights, as well as more orange trim on the lower rear valance. But it's the interior that sees the most noticeable updates. For 2019, a 6.5-inch touchscreen comes standard and has shifted up in the center stack thanks to HVAC vents that have been moved to its flanks. The dash is more contoured than before, and the outermost vents have been reshaped from basic rectangles to sharper-looking, vaguely trapezoidal designs. Sport models get a black and gray interior with bright metallic orange trim pieces and orange contrast stitching, which help lend the cabin a unique look. What do you think of the 2019 Subaru Forester? Has its styling been sufficiently enhanced, or did Subaru not go far enough? Tell us in the video comments below.
The 2018 Nissan Leaf has scored top marks in the improved and revised European New Car Assessment Program test. Under the new Euro NCAP, there is a host of new tests including assessing the performance of autonomous emergency braking (AEB) systems which can detect cyclists. Matthew Avery, Director of Research, Thatcham Research comments, safety campaigners have raised concerns about noise, or rather the lack of it, in fully electrified vehicles, especially in urban driving environments. This is why standard-fit AEB systems that can detect vulnerable road users should be fundamental to any electric vehicle's suite of safety technologies, as the Nissan Leaf demonstrates. Avery also highlighted the performance of the Nissan Leaf in impact testing. He said, "Nissan has done a great job considering the additional challenges pure electric propulsion presents. Chief amongst those is the additional weight an electric battery brings, which must also be protected in the event of a crash. In none of the tests did we see any compromise of the battery. In fact, the Nissan Leaf achieved maximum points in the side pole crash test, showing good containment of the battery." In the test, the Leaf earned a 93% rating for adult safety and an 86% rating for child protection. Its 5-star rating reflects what driver assistance systems and technology is on board. Derek Dunsmore, Electric Vehicle Director, Nissan Europe, explained. The Euro NCAP announcement proves what we have known for a long time, that the new Nissan Leaf has exceptional safety standards and is a true pioneer in the EV space. This shows that our customers can fully trust our Nissan intelligent mobility vision. We are on a path to transform the way we drive and the way we live. Euro NCAP introduced the assessment of AEB technology into the vehicle star rating scheme in 2014. The first application was for car-to-car front-to-rear collisions, with a recent study showing a 38% effectiveness for the technology at reducing such collisions. Subsequently, in 2016, AEB sensitive to collisions with crossing pedestrians was introduced into the scheme, and now 2018 sees the biggest shake-up to the technology yet. The protocols still cover more real-world crash scenarios, including 1. Offset AEB scenarios where the car partially overlaps at the point of impact with the vehicle ahead were added to supplement the original full overlap car-to-car AEB test. 2. A walking in road scenario and testing during darkness were added to existing crossing pedestrian scenarios. 3. Scenarios for collisions with cyclists both crossing and riding along the road were also included.
April was a dismal month for most automakers, with sales declines that ranged from 4.7% for Ford to a whopping 28% for Nissan. So here comes mighty little Subaru, which claimed the month as the best April in its history. The gain is entirely attributable to the Crosstrek, which is all new for 2018. Sales of the compact, raised crossover climbed almost 70% for the month to 12,266. Year-to-date, Subaru has sold 45,728 Crosstreks, an increase of 66.6%. That helped push Subaru's total U.S. sales to 53,170 in April and 202,873 for the first 4 months of 2018, increases of 1.5% and 3.2%, respectively. It also marks 77 consecutive months of yearly month-over-month growth for Subaru. All other models saw declining sales for April, led by the Impreza, which was down 27.4%. Jeff Walters, Senior Vice President of Sales, said in a statement, "Our customers' interest in the Crosstrek continues to increase every month. We're now looking forward to the start of production later this month of the all-new Subaru Ascent at our plant in Indiana." The 2018 version of the Crosstrek went on sale last August, featuring a new 2.0-liter flat-4 engine, stiff new chassis, more ground clearance and the EyeSight suite of safety technologies, among other changes. But the Crosstrek has been on a hot streak for a few years now, with sales up 15.1% in 2017 and 6.7% in 2016. The Crosstrek is Subaru's third top-selling model behind the Forester and Outback. Subaru spokesman Dominic Infante says the company did not see the sales trail off last year that's typical of a vehicle at the end of its life cycle with the Crosstrek. He said, "It was essentially a straight line going up, and it was limited by production. The difference," he said, "is that Subaru is now able to make more of them." The company last year shifted production of the Impreza to its plant in Lafayette, Indiana, to free up capacity to build more Crosstreks at its plant in Gunma Prefecture, Japan, which underwent a major retooling. The Indiana plant now builds the Impreza, Legacy and Outback after the expiration of a contract in 2016 with Toyota to build 100,000 Camry sedans annually. Production of the new 3-row Ascent crossover will start in Indiana in May, following a $140 million expansion at the plant, according to Automotive News. The vehicle is due in showrooms in June, Infante said, with sales of 60,000 expected in the first year. About the Ascent, Infante said, "We're very positive. We have over 4,000 sold orders on that car, and that's with people never seeing or driving them. In terms of pre-sold orders, that's quite high."